This week on And You Don't Stop, we come at y'all from New York City at the Millions March. G1 hits up Chicago to talk about the hashtag Black Lives Matter, and we have a special Rooftop Live with Jasiri X.
We the voice that represents the people, and we the voice that stamps on all evil put on oppressed people. So I'm here because I'm a New Yorker. I'm here because I'm black. I'm here because I'm represent. I'm here because I'm represent.
People out here marching for Eric Garner, for Mike Brown, for Akai Gurley. The list goes on and on. One of the largest mobilizations I've seen in a very long time here in New York. This is a massive crowd. People from all walks of life have gathered here today. Young people, elders, you know what I'm saying? It's a powerful thing. There's different contingents from all over with slogans from Black Lives Matter to I Can't Breathe, to Hands Up, Don't Shoot. But whether the slogans are different, the theme is the same. People want justice. They're demanding it now. I think that the injustices that we have seen by the grand jury have shown flaws in the system, and I think that people have had enough.
We want all these. We don't swerve. Hands up, don't shoot. Hands up, don't shoot. Hands up, don't shoot. Hands up.
We all have to step up, and that's what I'm seeing right now. I'm seeing it from the youngest generation to the elders to all walks of life, man. And I don't care what color you are. It's your responsibility to take care of each other as human beings.
I know there has been science that says that all life matters, and while that's true, it's also true and very important to state precisely that Black lives matter, because Black's lives are the ones that are today under threat by this racism and by violence police.
Every time something like this happens, we lose more security. We lose more everything. It's like these legislators know and actually, I think, hire people. Like some of the people that I'm seeing here are agitators. I've seen them do crazy shit on other occasions. I've seen them. They're agitators. Some of these people are paid to cause trouble.
I think it's about trying to emphasize that Black and brown bodies aren't just things you can throw away or, abuse or use as the different police and surveillance systems of our country tend to do, to do the opposite, to show that these actually do matter.
I think one thing is, I know what it feels like, and I do care for all people. And you know what? What does a color have to do with a personality?
All lives do matter, but what's happening right now is Black lives are dying. I mean, all lives matter, there's no doubt, that's a truism. But right now, what we've seen on the news is Black lives dying. We got a man choked out on the street, shot down in the street. Another one in Cleveland shot down. So that's what we're talking about, Black lives matter. As soon as I see some white people getting shot down, then we'll have White Lives Matter t-shirt. But right now, we've seen Black people dying in these streets.
Black lives do matter. I'm not saying they don't. But they make it sound like Ferguson and I don't remember the other person's name, my bad, but they make it sound like that was the only incident, and they're using that as a ploy. They use Black lives as a ploy because they think that having Black lives matters because white incidents don't. I don't know how to say this. Alicia, come over here and explain this.
I'm out here to tell Chicago the truth about what happened in Ferguson. I've been in Ferguson for about a month. I've been in Ferguson a week before the indictment. Every day in Ferguson has been a protest. Every day in Ferguson has been an action, and all the media will cover is the riots, the looting, and all of that, which was started by the police when they refused to let us peacefully protest after they were promising up and down for the week prior they were going to let us peacefully protest.
According to the enforcers few. And so it's reminding people of why we're here and why we're fighting. We're not fighting individual cases. We're fighting against a system that says that the death of those individuals is justified. And we're fighting to get rid of this system. And the only way we can get rid of this system is through revolution.
Yeah!
My given name is Jasiri X, you know what I'm saying? So I grew up with like people like Marcus Garvey and Malcolm X as heroes, you know, but it didn't really hit me until I moved to Pittsburgh. I actually moved from the south side of Chicago to a suburb of Pittsburgh called Monroeville, you know what I'm saying, which at the time was 95% white. So it didn't really hit to me until I like faced racism, being called a nigga to my face, and it was like, oh, this is what my mom was talking about. So that's kind of when I became socially conscious. You know, we formed an organization in Pittsburgh called One Hood. I was just on some full-time activism. Then I heard about a situation in Gina, Louisiana. 6 young brothers got charged with attempted murder for a high school fight. And one got 10 years. And so I ended up writing a song about it called Free the Gina 6 and put it on MySpace. And then the song blew up from there. It was played all over the country. But more so than the success that the song had, it was more so like messages of people telling me like how much they appreciated me writing that song and what it meant to them. And then I was like, oh, I was lied to. People do want to hear music with a message. And then ever since, you know, I've been somebody that have been using, you know, the gifts that I have as an MC to talk about, you know, issues that I feel are really impactful and important to our community, and issues that I don't see like mainstream rappers rapping about. So, you know, we gonna do it.
How has your music, how has hip hop been a channel for you to be involved in the Ferguson struggle?
I saw another hip hop artist that I had known through a friend of mine, really on the front line, you know, putting the word out, which was Tef Poe. Got his number through my man, just to say like, I see you, brother. I see you as a hip hop artist taking the lead. I appreciate you. How can I help? So, you know, I connected him with folks like Davey D, with All Hip Hop, to just kind of help get the word out there, you know what I'm saying? But then I ended up doing a song, and the reason I did, man, I saw somebody put on Twitter, man, and it was a challenge. It was kind of like, they was like, you know when Drake comes out with like the hot song, like 24 hours later, all these rappers got a rhyme to this beat,
Makes it, right?
but ain't nobody saying nothing about Ferguson. And I took that personally, like, nah, hip hop gotta say something. So I ended up doing a song called 212 Degrees, man, where I spoke to the issues of Ferguson, put it out the same day J. Cole put it out. I appreciated not only J. Cole making the song, but him going to Ferguson. And, you know, all the artists really stepped up, you know what I'm saying? From Rebel Diaz, you know what I'm saying? Bringing the collector to Ferguson, to David Banner and Talib Kweli, and, you know, even Nelly, you know, going and adding his 2 cents, you know what I'm saying? And so, but definitely, man, like, I feel like the real hip hop is like Tef Poe and the Lost Voices, these organizers that are, you know, using hip hop, man, in a way not just to rap about it, but really organize their community to push back on what's happening down in Ferguson. To me, that's where it's at. In the parable of the Titanic, America looked indestructible from the eye vantage. Then God came from his lofty place doing high damage. I serve him. Call me Iceberg Slim. From the hills and cave sides up in Pittsburgh Pen. No felonies in his jacket, but it's Big Burn men. Coming up out of the garbage like I'm Big Bird's friend. But not a Christ got me shining. My mind bright as a diamond. In every line I'm rhyming comes with bait and the hook. Another fish out the water from the greatest of cooks. Found me cold, naked, and shook. Then rose me and clothed me and put me in the field and dared the devil to oppose me. Wavy hair, light-skinned nigga looking like Goldie. Even mastered my pimp hand, but that was the old me. Do you believe in destiny? Sharing thoughts with telepathy. To make a man, you need ingredients for the recipe. Industry is treachery, filled with rappers with leprosy. The Walking Dead. So if I kill him, it's double jeopardy. Yeah, I take solar and turn it into sonar. From polar to polar, motherfucker, we go hard. Gold crescent and gold star. 24 carats. So valuable is the wisdom of God that I inherit. 4 horsemen of the apocalypse now. Pulling my carriage. Prepare us to join in marriage with our original parents. Apparent. My bonds, my word, and my word equals life. From my new era stitching down to the curve in my Nikes, and I'm just spreading my wings like a bird taking flight. Till Satan to lock his doors, cause the purge is tonight. X, One Hood, yeah.